The next question that we want to answer is, what is the root of Harlot Babylon? In verse 5, it says, mystery, Babylon the Great. And here, Babylon the Great really points back to Genesis 10 and 11, where if we remember the story of the Tower of Babel, mankind actually came together in this place called Shinar to build a tower that they wanted to reach the heavens with. Scripture says that it's a tower whose top is in the heavens, and man actually wanted to make a name for ourselves. And this isn't talking about, the height of the tower, that the tower is so tall that it can actually reach the heavens, but it's talking about the desire for man to build a spiritual gateway into the spiritual realm, but outside of the Lord. It's not through Jesus Christ that we even enter into heaven, but it's talking about man's own way of getting to heaven. So, so this refers really to that ultimate rebellion of mankind against the Lord, and this root has always been there, and in the end times it's going to once again reach that fullness of sin. If we know the story about the Tower of Babel, God actually scattered mankind and confused our language so that we could not even reach that fullness of sin. But in the end times, there will come that fullness of sin where, again, we'll see Genesis 10 and 11 taking place again, where mankind will come together to rebel against the Lord. So the next question that we'll answer is, when will the Harlot Babylon actually emerge and arise? It will actually only come to its fullness in the first 3.5 years of the final 7 years of human history, after which it will be replaced by the Antichrist worship movement and the mark of the beast economic system. So if you hear people saying that, oh, this and this is the Harlot Babylon, that's not the case and that's not true, because it's only in the final 7 years of human history where we will see it come forth, and also even with the emergence of the personalities like the false prophet and the Antichrist and the 10-nation confederation. And the final question to answer is, what happens to the Harlot Babylon at the very end? Well, the good news is that at the end of the day, Harlot Babylon will be destroyed by Jesus when he comes back. Revelation 18 is very clear, where it talks about the fall of Harlot Babylon. However, before that, in Revelation 17 verse 16, we actually see that the Antichrist will crush the harlot, and that's when he will demand nations to worship him as God. And this is what Daniel calls the abomination of desolation, which Jesus mentioned in Matthew 24. So in Revelation 17 verse 16, it says that the 10 horns which you saw on the beast, which refers to the 10-nation confederation led by Antichrist, these will hate the harlot, make her desolate and naked, and eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Of course, all this is symbolic and figurative language, meaning that the Antichrist will crush this harlot religious entity and set himself up as the one to be worshipped. However, in Revelation 18, we see that very final judgment and fall of Harlot Babylon, where the Lord will actually render her according to her iniquities and according to her sins. So Jeremiah chapters 50 to 51 also talk about that final destruction of Babylon. And if we read all these scriptures, we see that at the end of the day, Jesus will completely destroy her and even cause her to be a desolation forever. And our prayer is that the Lord will grant us all more revelation, deeper understanding, divine wisdom and discernment in the months and the years ahead. So join us for the next few sessions where we'll be going into further details of what is going to unfold. Stay tuned and see you!